Senior Moments, sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group on News Talk KVNU, 102 FM and 610 AM.
Good morning. This is the Senior Moments Show. I am your host, Sid Roeder, and today I get to visit with Amy Anderson. Good morning, Amy.
Good morning, Sid. It's great to be here.
Thanks for coming. Amy Anderson, for those people who may not know her, is the Director of Outreach and a spiritual counselor for Sunshine Hospice and the Sunshine Terrace Foundation here in Logan. And we're excited today because there are some things going on, but let me dive into our sponsorship for just a second, because the Empowering Seniors Show is sponsored by the Senior Moments Show is sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group, which is a group of professionals, and Amy Anderson is actually a member of the group, which dedicates their time and efforts to provide information to seniors, their family members, and really anybody who cares. If you would like to learn more about the Empowering Seniors Group, you can do so online at empoweringseniors.info. You can also email us at empoweringseniorscv@gmail.com, and the CV stands for Cache Valley. And lastly, if you have any suggestions for this show, any subject of interest that we have not touched on, you can call me personally at 435-512-6406. So, Amy, it's a special month. Do you want to enlighten our listeners what's going on?
Sure. I mean, I think we are all aware that months have many different designations. I wish it was going to be National Chocolate Month, but unfortunately that is not the case. But November is recognized across the country as National Home Health and Hospice Month. So there's many people who sometimes have questions as to what home health and what hospice are. So I am happy to answer your questions about that this morning, Sid.
Awesome. So yeah, let's dive right. I would assume that more people probably know what hospice is. So let's maybe start off with the home health, because that is a service that Sunshine Foundation provides too, correct?
Correct, it is. And so there's several care that can be provided in your home. So I'll start with that. There is home care, which is typically provided by home health aides. So it's not medical in nature, but it really focuses on activities of daily living, on those tasks that we need to help us get through each and every day. So dressing, eating, showering, toileting. So home care is a service that is not typically provided by any sort of insurance because it's not medical in nature. It's just helping you stay independent in your home as long as possible. And I think, as you know from working with Empowering Seniors, people want to stay home as long as possible. That's everybody's goal. I think if you surveyed older adults, probably 99% of them would say, gosh, as long as I can be home safely and with companionship, that's what I would like. And so home care provides that. It provides the physical support people need as well as the companionship that they need. Home health is different, and I think you can key into that word health. That means that it is something that is required by a physician. It's something that is medically based. So in order to qualify for home health, you do need a physician's order, whereas home care is something that people can just pay for on their own.
So let me just interject there a little bit for clarification, because when I talk to people, I understand that oftentimes this is one of the points where they're not clear on. So if you're talking about home health versus assisted living, where is that line, which probably isn't a solid line either, in making a decision whether you need to go into assisted living or whether home health is a good solution?
So home health, we'll back up. Home health is for people who need short-term skilled nursing that could be provided in a skilled nursing facility but can be provided at home, whereas home care is something that people might look at as an alternative to assisted living. So that would be someone coming in that would help you get up in the morning, that would help you go to bed at night, that would make sure that you're eating your meals. They could have a nurse come in as part of that to do, for example, a pill set, so that you're still responsible for taking them yourselves, but they could assist with that. So home care is still someone who is pretty independent and doesn't have medical skilled needs. So home health would be, say, I got the flu or I got COVID-19 and went to the hospital and I'm being discharged and I'm not really 100% back to full steam. And I'm also what's considered homebound, meaning that I am not capable or able safely to leave my home to go somewhere else for that care. So a nurse could be coming in to do wound care, or a respiratory therapist could be coming in to do breathing treatments, or a physical therapist or occupational therapist could be coming into the home to give therapy to me to make me as strong and able as I possibly can be. So home health is always ordered by a physician. They have to certify that you're homebound, meaning you can't leave to go somewhere else for that care. And then those individuals, that care team comes to your home to take care of you and pull you back to full health.
So I'm glad I asked, because as you can see, I was confused on that too. So home health is maybe a sideline to skilled nursing. Mm-hmm. So is there a time limit on home health?
Home health is covered for as long as you are continuing to show improvement. So it's usually managed either by a nurse or by a therapist, depending on what your care needs are. And they'll be coming in and evaluating and submitting reports. And again, since home health is covered by insurance, the length of time it's covered is often going to be largely driven by what your insurance coverage is. So if you have traditional Medicare, or you have a Medicare Advantage plan, or you have a private commercial insurance, that's also going to factor into how long that coverage would last.
So what's typically the process? Because it sounds to me the doctor assesses it. Does he make a recommendation whether it's going to be skilled nursing or home health would work?
Yes, absolutely. Because, for some individuals, their care needs are going to be greater than can be provided at home. They're going to need that 24-hour care. Home health is just going to be individuals that are coming into your home intermittently. So you might have an hour of therapy a day. You might have a nurse visit once a week. You might have a home health aide that comes in to help you with dressing, but it's not going to be 24-hour care in your home.
Wonderful. So, Amy, we're already coming up on our first break here in a hurry, so I want to give you a chance to maybe mention a phone number, contact information where people can get in touch with you if they have any questions.
Sure. So if they want to call me directly, the best number is my office, which is 754-0233. And if they have questions specifically for our home health company, they could call 435-716-8541.
Thank you so much, Amy. This is the Senior Moments Show. Again, we are sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group. If you would like to learn more about the Empowering Seniors, you can do so online at empoweringseniors.info, or you can email us at empoweringseniorscv@gmail.com, and the CV stands for Cache Valley. We're going to take a little break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
This is Mark Thurston from White Pine Funeral Services. On behalf of all of us here at White Pine, we want to thank the community of Cache Valley for your support this past year. Thank you for selecting us as a silver winner for the Best of Northern Utah. We look forward to many more years of working with you here in our community. We know you have a choice, and we hope you will consider White Pine Funeral Services. If you have questions about cremation, funerals, or planning ahead, please contact us or visit whitepinefunerals.com.
White Pine Funeral Services, here when you need us most.
This is Brian Erickson for the Sunshine Minute. Each day, our nurses, CNAs, cooks and servers, housekeepers, laundry staff, music, recreation therapy teams, office staff, receptionists, and many more arrive around the clock. These heroes show up ready and willing to serve and protect our residents and clients. We are so grateful to our dedicated team. On behalf of the Board of Sunshine Terrace Foundation and our community, thank you to all of our employees for keeping us safe. We bring more to life together.
If you're retired or plan to retire soon, will you outlive your money or will your money outlive you? If you don't know the answer, I can help. Hi, I'm Patty Bartholomew, a financial consultant with Parsonex Securities. If you have questions about your financial plan or just need a second opinion, call me today at 435-227-5556.
Investments are not FDIC insured, nor are they deposits of or guaranteed by a bank or any other entity, so they may lose value. Investors should carefully consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the funds. This and other important information is contained in each fund's prospectus and summary prospectus, which can be obtained from a financial professional and should be read carefully before investing. Securities Securities offered through Parsonex Securities, Inc., member FINRA, SIPC, 8310 South Valley Highway, Suite 110, Inglewood, Colorado, 80112-303-662-8700.
Whether you have a small business, large corporation, or sole proprietorship, remember Cook Martin Polson has provided quality accounting services since 1977. At Cook Martin Polson, they believe you've earned it, and they're going to help you keep it. Take a minute right now to call 750-5566. That's 750-5566 to set up your tax appointment and let Cook Martin Polson show you how to keep the money you have earned.
This is Jared Ripplinger with Cook Martin Polson. You've worked hard for your money. Let us help you keep it.
Hi, this is Bruce with Comfort Care. One of the ways we help loved ones stay in their home is by assisting with daily tasks. These may include bathing, meal preparation, medication reminders, and housekeeping. We even help with shopping, transportation, and errands. Most of all, we offer a trusted level of care. Let us help you live your best life possible with Comfort Care. This is Bruce, and you can call me at 754-7676. Comfort Care, 754-7676.
And welcome back. This is the Senior Moments Show. Today, I am your host, Sid Roederer, and during the break, guess who came into the studio? Bruce, welcome, joining our little show.
Thank you for having me.
We're glad that you were able to join us. For anybody who's just tuned in, today we're talking to Amy Anderson. She is the Director of Outreach and also a spiritual counselor for Sunshine Terrace Foundation. Welcome back, Amy.
Thanks, Sid.
And we've been talking, it's Home Health and Hospice Month. So we've been talking a little bit about different services, and we've also mentioned the phone number for Sunshine Terrace, actually. And let's maybe hop into the fact that there is an activity coming up on Monday, I understand.
That's correct. So during Home Health and Hospice Month, we take some time and set time aside to just honor staff, patients, and families that we've provided care to. And as part of that, we hold a memorial event always on the first Monday of November, which this year is November 1st. It's at 3:30 in the afternoon, and weather permitting, it will be held at the Memorial Fountain, which is in one of the courtyards of Sunshine Terrace Foundation. It's just a wonderful place to gather, and during that event, as I said, we honor those families and those patients that we have cared for. It is a time where each family can submit the names to us of people that they have loved, that have passed away either in the preceding year or just at any point in time in their life that they would like to be recognized. And we have a moment where we play music, we read each of those names, and then we toll a chime so that people can have that moment of contemplation. It also includes some speakers. So each year we invite 3 family members to come and share a moment about the individual that they loved. So again, reflective, respectful, but I think it is important that we take that time every once in a while to just pause and think and remember the people that we have loved in a place that's supportive. Every person there has had loss, and I think on a grief journey, sometimes it is really valuable to recognize that you're not alone in that journey and that there's other people who understand and care about you and for you.
This is for current family members and past residents.
It is available to anybody in the community that would like to be part of it.
Whether or not they were involved with Sunshine Terrace.
Correct. It's open to the public, again, because it's National Home Health and Hospice Month. So anybody who has had it, and it doesn't even need to be somebody who had hospice services, but just that opportunity to come together and remember. I think that's one of the really special things to me about hospice is that any hospice agency that you utilize for care, there's a 13-month period after the death of your loved one where you have bereavement support. And so this event is a way that we choose to give back to the families that we've cared for, but we recognize that that's available to everybody. So whether or not the individual was part of our Sunshine Terrace family or was receiving care at home or maybe didn't even have hospice care, this is an opportunity to come together and remember them.
So did I hear that you also show respect or remember employees? Is that what I heard in there too?
If we had an employee who passed away, yes, we would be recognizing them during this. But again, it's a way to honor our staff and our families and our patients, because hospice ultimately is a team. It's not just the paid caregivers. It's the families are providing a great deal of that care as well. One thing people don't always understand about hospice is that hospice isn't a place. Hospice is a service. So hospice care can be provided to somebody no matter where they call their home. So for the majority of people, it might be in their home. It could be in an assisted living. It could be in an independent living. It could be in a skilled care facility. So hospice is the service that's provided here, at least here in Cache Valley, wherever a person calls home.
If I know anything about Amy Anderson, she's involved somehow and she does things. It's not just a program that's happening around her. So I want to know what your personal role is in this, because I'm guessing there is one.
Yes. So as Sid mentioned, I'm one of the spiritual counselors for Sunshine Hospice. So that puts me in a position to provide support to patients and to families. Sometimes people think that hospice is specifically sponsored by a specific religion or faith, but it is not. As we care for a patient on hospice, we're looking at not only their physical, their social, and their emotional health, but their spiritual health. As people near the end of their life, that sometimes can raise some questions. We're all looking at our own mortality, right? And to me, that's often that place where the rubber meets the road in terms of your faith. It's one thing to say, this is what I believe, but I think as we approach death, that often is something that people start to go, wow, here I am. And it can be a really meaningful and important conversation to have with people, to express their beliefs, their faith. So yeah, that's what I get to do with my families.
And how does that translate to the involvement with the program next week?
So this event just is another way for people to remember.
Are you doing part of the presentation?
I do part of the presentation. I actually do the roll call of names, and I will actually read a Jewish prayer that I think is really insightful. And if we have time later during the program, I'd be happy to share that.
Oh, wow. That sounds super interesting. So, Amy, for our listeners that maybe just have tuned in and heard about Monday, is there still, would their last minutes turn-ins, would that still work, or how is that?
Absolutely. So it's at 3:30 on Monday. It'll either be near the fountain at Sunshine Terrace, and if weather is inclement, we'll move it indoors into an area that's away from patient care right now with COVID. But anybody can come at 3:30, and as they arrive, they'll be presented with a card where they can write the name of their loved one on. We gather those cards together, compile them, and then during the program, we read them all. And if they would like to shoot me an email or give me a call with the name, we'd be happy to do that if they're not able to be present.
Wonderful. We're already coming up on our second break, so we'll make sure, Amy, that when we get into our last segment, we give you a chance to mention that phone number and that email so people could turn in their names of their loved ones. This is the Senior Moments Show. Again, we are sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group. If you would like to learn more about the Empowering Seniors, you can do so online at empoweringseniors.info. Second break. Hope you stay tuned. We'll be right back.
When it comes to successful aging, eating well matters. Staying physically active matters. Getting socially engaged matters. Living alone, aging alone, it's harder to consistently do that. Hi, this is Chris Grohl with Pioneer Valley Lodge, where we make it easier to do those things every day. Our mission at Pioneer Valley Lodge in North Logan is to help seniors live better, age more gracefully, and stay independent for as long as possible. Pioneer Valley Lodge, an independent living community for seniors.
You have a lot of options when it comes to buying or selling a home. Do you list it online, sell it yourself, or do you have a realtor help? It's a major financial and emotional decision. A realtor is the liaison between buyers and sellers and really helps you navigate complex contracts, deadlines, and disclosures.
Hi, this is Sid Roeder with Achievement Realty.
I work for you to get the best outcome for your situation. Let me earn your trust with a free consultation and a free market analysis. Call me today at 512-6406. Then list it, sell it, and move on.
Are you 55 and older and seeking a healthier, happier life? The Retired and Senior Volunteer Program, RSVP, of Cache and Rich counties may be the perfect opportunity. RSVP connects volunteers aged 55 plus with older community members who need increased companionship or a break from their caregiving role. Volunteering has many benefits, including better health, a sense of purpose, and strong relationships. Call 760-4472 to get started. That's 760-4472. Share your time, share your heart. 760-4472.
Did you know 10,000 baby boomers qualify for Medicare every day? Did you know that you'll start to get swamped with mail about Medicare 6 months before your 65th birthday? Did you also know it doesn't cost anything to use an insurance agent to help you navigate through all those offers? Hi, I'm Tracy Ferris with Quality First Insurance. Let me help you understand all the offers you're receiving and find the plan that fits best for your situation. Call me today at 435-752-0101.
Reed's Pharmacy in Hiram offers free delivery service 5 days a week, Monday through Friday throughout the valley. Just stay home and they will deliver to you. With 25 different suppliers, they won't have the shortage that others might have. Also, with compounding and many other services, they will be able to serve all your needs. In order to stay safe and help slow the spread, please call Reed's Pharmacy in Hiram at 245-DRUG, and they will take care of you.
Welcome back. This is the Senior Moments Show. I am your host, Sid Roeder, and Bruce Lee, my co-host, who joined us during the second break, is here also. And we are visiting with Amy Anderson. Almost lost my thread here. She is the Director of Outreach and Spiritual Counselor for Sunshine Terrace Foundation here in Logan. And before we went into the break, we promised Amy that we would give your email and your contact information in case somebody wants to attend the memorial and would like to shoot you information beforehand.
Sure. So the best number would be 435-754-0233. That's the direct line to my office. And if you'd like to just email me, it's Amy.Anderson with an O-N at sunshineterrace.org. So I'd be happy to accept those names of people that you would like to be remembered at our event on Monday.
Wonderful, Amy. Thank you so much. We've talked just briefly about hospice a little bit, and I think you've mentioned before, a lot of people don't even understand how do you become eligible for hospice care?
So hospice is for those who have been diagnosed with a terminal illness and have a prognosis of 6 months or less. It's something that is ordered and evaluated by your physician. But if somebody is interested in learning more about whether they might be eligible, you don't need a physician's order to be evaluated by a hospice agency. I know all of the hospice services in the Valley, including Sunshine Terrace's hospice, would be happy to come out and meet with the family to talk to them about what services are offered, what is needed to qualify. The focus of hospice is on quality of life. And I think it's important that people recognize that it's not there to either hasten or prolong life. So it doesn't hasten death and it doesn't prolong life. The idea is that you live the best life you can for as long as you're here on this earth, and that's what hospice can do. The team of individuals involved with it includes nursing, it includes social work, it includes the spiritual counseling or chaplaincy, it includes aides, it includes a medical director. It includes all of those people who come together to make sure that an individual is kept as comfortable and living the best life that they can up until the very end.
Do you find that when I work with people and we talk about hospice services, it's sometimes intimidating for them. It scares them a little bit, especially if they haven't had any involvement with it in the past. When you say, one of the specific things that you said is one of the things I think that scares people a little, which is, you have a prognosis of of 6 months or less or something like that. But that doesn't necessarily mean that someone's going to pass away. As a matter of fact, can't people graduate off of hospice and they may go on and come off or something like that?
Absolutely. In fact, hospice, as long as somebody is showing that continued decline in their health condition, hospice services can run for any period of time. So someone might be on hospice services for 3 days. They might be on it for 3 months. They might be on it for a year. They might be on it for 18 months. It depends on each individual person. But yes, we often do have clients that come on, and with that extra help, with that extra support that they and the family are receiving, we do see people either plateau or sometimes even improve in their prognosis.
And they might even come off and be off for a period of a year or something like that, and then go back on. And they can do that. They can go on hospice and they can come off hospice depending what choices they make with their doctor about their personal health and the things that they want to do.
Correct, absolutely. And again, I think the idea is that it's comfort measures. So for individuals who perhaps have cancer and have recognized that while I may continue to receive treatment, my quality of life will suffer. I want to be as comfortable and enjoy as much of life as I can. Hospice can be an option. It really is very individual. And that's why I would encourage people, if you do have questions, call us, call our hospice and ask. We're more than happy to have one of our nurses or social workers come out and talk to you about what it means and what your options are. Many people also have questions about payment. For individuals who are on a Medicare plan, traditional Medicare does cover hospice. So individuals, even if you're in a Medicare Advantage plan, it switches back to that traditional Medicare. So it is a covered service for most people.
Thank you, Amy. There was really one more subject that we wanted to touch on before we head towards the end of our show, and that is the end-of-life directive. Can I let you elaborate on that?
Sure. So one of the most important things I think that we can all do is be open in discussing with our family and with ourselves what we hope the end of our life looks like. And that involves completing either what some people more commonly call it a living will or an advance directive, or sometimes it's called a physician's order for life-sustaining treatment. And what that is an opportunity for somebody to put down in writing how they believe they would like care provided as certain conditions for themselves change. So there's a great website, the Utah Commission on Aging, of which I am a member. It's a state organization. On their website has those resources available that you can go. It has the forms. It has resources for how to think about it, how to talk about it. But I always encourage everybody, now while you are not in that position, is often the best time to think and talk and express those wishes to your family.
Wonderful. Thank you, Amy. Sadly, we are at the end of our show, but I don't want to cut out without giving you a last chance to throw your phone number and your email out again, Amy.
Sure. So it's 435-754-0233 or amy.anderson@sunshineterrace.org. And if you'd like to hear that poem, you better come on Monday at 3:30 since we ran out of time.
That's right. I'm sad we missed that. Thank you for coming in, Amy. This is the Senior Moments Show. Again, we are sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group. If you would like to learn more about the Empowering Seniors, you can do so online at empoweringseniors.info. We hope you tune in again next week.